Welcome back, my DIY nomads. How are you guys doing today? We're back in the unit. On the weekend, me and Soph went away to the English Riviera to have our anniversary weekend away, and that's what I've been trying to get the van ready for. Very pretty down there, very nice. I'm sure it'll be a lot even nicer in the actual summer. But yeah, based on last video, some of you guys expressed a bit of worry about my new shower setup. And I'll quickly show you, I sort of rushed at the end of the last video, so I'd quite like to show you just what I've sort of got going. Obviously got a shower, and as I mentioned before, I don't have any like long bits of gas hose, so I secured this down while moving, but really, this was the gas powering this gas shower here. And here's my extractor, so I was hoping that all gases and fumes and everything potential and all the steam would go out the extractor up there. Now, a lot of you expressed concern about me using a gas-powered shower in a confined space, and I totally understand that is a risk. It's definitely a risk. I was taking it as a calculated risk, so there are potentials for poisonous, like carbon monoxide, etc., like bad stuff like that. My calculated risk was that A, got the extractor right above it, and also B, that there isn't a door on the thing, so it's not actually a confined space really. It's got a curtain on the front, so any excess potential harmful gases would leach out the side. I know this isn't an excuse and this isn't a good way to look at it, but really the main thing for me was I was making it a calculated risk because we would only be using it for 2 to 3 minutes at a time, probably at a time when it would be in the morning, when we'd be opening up the doors anyway to leave and go, and there'd be lots of ventilation happening anyway. Funnily enough, I'm actually going to move the shower anyway. I'm going to mount it to one of the back doors so that when you want a shower, you open up the back door and it's mounted there, which means it's being used on the outside, and it will fill. I'll just put it on full whack, full heat, and it will fill up an insulated smaller tank, and that tank itself will be linked to another pressure water pump, and those will both link up, the normal water and the heated water, and you would just have a mixer tap and the shower would be like your normal home shower. And when the hot water runs out, that's when the hot water runs out, like you would have at home if you have like an immersion tank or something like that. But that's not it. I also want to talk about not just gas showers, I also want to look at electric showers and, shall we say, budget pressure-based showers like this setup that I got from Decathlon. I got this for £35. And it's an 8-litre pressure thing. You just pump it up with the pump handle at the top there. I've actually played around with this and it is incredibly good actually. I don't know how long it will last, but initial things are, it's very, very good. So what I want to do is do a video in the upcoming weeks showing off 3 systems, electric, gas and manual. One thing I didn't get to add in to the LED lighting video that I did the other week was this stuff that didn't arrive on time for me to put it into the video. This is basically fits into the aluminium profile that I cut out and mounted, and it's just opaque. You can get it in clear as well, but I got it in opaque because it helps diffuse the light. So above me here on the kitchen, that is with it in, and that is with it out. In, out. Shake it all about. I don't know how well that shows up on the video, but it does make a big difference in here. It sort of diffuses the light and you can't really see all the circuitry inside the LED strip, which is nice. It also just makes the whole thing look a lot more sleeker. So one thing I did when I had the Transit Custom was when it was nearly complete, well, as I was like, after I had like the cooker and like the main things installed so that I could sleep and cook in it, I just wanted to like keep doing little trips away, because that's when you work out what you're missing or like what you could really benefit from. One of the things that I think would definitely benefit me in this van would having more kitchen countertop space. Now, obviously, I have limited that because that's the only space that I'm going to get. But I was going to look at building like a chopping board that slots into the sink so that when I'm cooking, I'm not really using the sink. So I was going to make a chopping board that covers up the sink, but there's still like a little hole just so that in case the tap randomly, like I randomly just instinctively put the tap on or it leaks or something like that, it won't drip onto the chopping board. There'll be a hole in the chopping board so it just drips through. That means I've got a lot more counter space, place to chop, place to like put stuff, place to leave stuff resting on the side. Another thing we missed not having was bedside tables. in the bed area at the back there's nothing to like really like rest a phone on or a book or anything like that. So I'd like to make some little like cubby holes in the back, especially in the back corner. Where there are all these like cutouts that go inside the van, they're like perfect to put like a bit of wood in and then cover up and make look nice. But like all of those little places can be little cubby holes to put like a book, a small book, or like your phone. I also want to put one over there, like a little tiny resting table. And one thing that I hadn't managed to get done before I left, but I wanted to do, was I need to still connect up the sink so that it runs to the wastewater tank. So I'm going to tackle that now, tackle a few other jobs, and really this video is going to be about me sort of trying to sort out any issues that we experienced during our little trip away. The pipe that comes down from the sink from the inside, and that goes to a Speedfit 28mm elbow tee, to then a Speedfit 28mm to 32mm adapter, which goes to some 32mm tube, to this flexible connector, which then goes up to this sort of T tube bit here. This is all 32mm right now, and then that goes in through the diaphragm valve into the tank, and then got this other one that's flexible that comes off, and that's to the shower. Now there's a couple of advantages to me moving the shower to here. One, I've got more space in my shower now. Two, it's safer in there as well because of potential harmful fumes. But also, when I want to use it, I can just hook it up to, there'll be flexible connections and everything like that, but I can hook it all up. But it's all, what I do is to fill up the tank, I come back here, open up the door, fill it so that all the potential harmful fumes will go away. And then close it up, and then I can have a shower, like, I don't have to have it right away, but whenever I want. And also, if it's mounted here, in the summer, I can use it to do sort of washing, like with hot water outside on the ground here. I can get like a little wash basin. I can use it to shower outside if I want to, or maybe potentially wash like a mountain bike or anything like that. So having it here is actually really, really advantageous. The only disadvantage is that because I thought of this secondary, I now have to plug up all the holes in the wall that I've drilled with screws or for the pipe, which is a shame because it will probably make the shower look less attractive, but I'll do my best to make it look as tidy and neat as possible. But it's not a biggie, and this whole setup will be much better for me in the long run, much more useful for many different jobs as well, so win-win. Let's now tackle the chopping board that goes over the top of the sink. So after using the camper van for the weekend, that little chopping board that goes over the sink will make a huge difference to how easy it is to prep food and just use that space in general. And on top of that, the plumbing underneath the van, one of the pipes, the pipe coming from the sink, that goes over the exhaust pipe, quite near to the end, but it still goes over the exhaust pipe where there's going to be potentially a lot of heat given off. So I need to get some sort of heat shielding for the pipe there. I've got some fiberglass exhaust wrap back at home, so I'm going to go grab that I'm going to try that out and I'll see how it goes. If I'll keep an eye on the bit of pipe, and if after like a long journey I'll check it, and if it is damaging it, then I'll get some more heat shielding and I'll replace that bit of pipe. But we'll see how the fiberglass sheathing goes. So we're going to cut the video there, guys. We managed to get a bunch of little jobs done, which is really, really good, really useful. But if you have enjoyed watching along, please remember to hit the subscribe button. And next video, I'll be sort of hopefully getting the whole shower system fitted. I'm going to get the blinds fitted. I'll catch all of you DIY nomads next week.